Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Honda Pilot Touring with the HPD package. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Honda here in Orem, Utah for giving me some time with this Pilot. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 285 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see it's flat there in the center and then kind of falls off a little bit on either side. Cool, simple, boxy design. And that continues with the headlight design here. You can see the chrome trim that goes across. You got the Honda logo there in the center. Notice how the grill is all blacked out. And so putting it all together, the Pilot has this cool new boxy design. And also there's fog lights there at the very bottom if you didn't notice. Now around the side here, we've got a tire and wheel setup of 255, 50, 20 in the front and over in the rear. And yes, we've got the HPD wheels here. The bronze looks really cool, but it is also kind of funny that the Pilot, which is a mom car, has wheels like that are that sporty. Anyways, you got these fender flares here. You can see the rest of the trim there on the side as well. And then you got chrome trim here at the bottom of the windows. And then here's your full side view. And let me know what you guys think about the bronze, but I think it actually looks really cool on the Pilot. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We got the opening for the hatch, remote start, and then you got the Honda logo on the back. Now taking a look at the cargo area here in the rear, you can see that first off we've got a cargo cover built in from the factory. Got some USB ports here for the rear passengers, cup holders as well. With the third row folded down, you got tons of space. Now this is where the seat obviously ends. So even behind the third row, I mean, it's not an insane amount of space, but it's pretty solid for the segment. With the third row, if you're wanting, you can fit adults back there, but with most SUVs in the segment, reserve it for kids. And then you see you got a 12 volt here, and then I like this. And then you walk away, and then it'll close if you don't want to use the top button for some reason. Really cool taillight design here, and then you can see Pilot there in the center with the Honda logo. And then notice the all-wheel drive badge, you got the Touring badge as well, and then you got kind of like a box here. Are those real exhaust tips? Yeah, they are. Interesting. Anyways, putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks of this Pilot Touring. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see soft touch here and down below with the stitching. Got a sunshade here for the rear passengers and then plenty of storage. Taking a look at the seats, you got this cool little trim piece there in the center, but yeah, soft touch all down the center too. Easy to clean also. Legroom back here is pretty solid. Got a little storage pocket. We've got some vents here in the back. We also have our own climate zone with some USB ports. You can see this is a center seat, but you can fold it down to be a cup holder armrest setup. And then headroom back here, it's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you can see again soft touch here and then down below as well. Got all of our window controls with our mirror adjustments. You get your memory seat function, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors on top of that. And then taking a look at the front seat, similar design as what you have in the back. All of your power adjustments there on the side. You can see with the stability control, that's to open up the cargo space. And then we do have soft touch across the dash. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around. You got stitching there on the center portion. Paddle shifters here on the back for the 10-speed. You've got controls for the adaptive cruise control, your lane keep assist, volume voice command controls as well, and your regular stocks here on the back. Now with this gauge cluster, you can see different bits of information here on the side. Pretty cool setup overall, and it also shows you the different drive modes. And there are a bunch of different drive modes here with the new Pilot, and it's because it's supposed to be a go anywhere vehicle. Now in reverse, you do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Pretty good resolution overall. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, we've got these physical buttons here, and with the screen response time, solid. So yeah, I'd say overall easy to use system. I mentioned this earlier, but soft touch all across the dash, and then you can see the storage above the glove box, and then you got nice stitching and trim as well. Yeah, pretty good there. And then heated seats here for the front passengers. We've got a tri-zone climate set up so you can control everything from the front. Bunch of charging stuff here with the USBs, wireless phone charging pad as well. Got some cup holders, and then you can see the transmission selector, the drive mode select. You got your auto stop start, hill descent control. You see the parking brake with the brake hold yeah, pretty good storage in the center console. Nice trim on top. And then we do have controls here for the panoramic sunroof. Now it's kind of hard to see, but 2024 Pilot Touring. The HPD package is $2,400 for those of you that are wondering. Total MSRP is $53,360 on this particular one. And let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's the visibility of the hood, both the mirrors, dual blind spot room, the rest of the rear, and, well, let us set off in the Pilot. We actually got to go the other way. So, just a quick, I guess, side note with the Pilot review. This driving portion is going to be used for my Pilot review, and then also CX90 versus Pilot video as well. Just so that we're all on the same page here about what is happening. Now, first off with the Pilot, seats they've got pretty wide bolstering on the bottom. It's pretty comfortable. A little bit, I wouldn't call them like super firm, but you can tell it's definitely a firmer seat. And I noticed that with more off-road oriented vehicles, is they always make the seats a little bit firmer. Which, I mean, makes sense. With off-roading, you're going to sit upright, so you're going to want a firmer seat versus a softer seat you sink into. So that makes logical sense. V6 is very responsive. I think that's nice. Yeah, it's got a good punch to it. Smooth. It's just smooth. And the suspension's really comfortable too. This new Pilot just drives well. I think that Honda's done a really good job with that. And the cabin's pretty well insulated too for the segment. So that's another nice feature. And let's get our little acceleration here. The transmission's, it's, you know, I wouldn't say it's like insanely snappy quick, but it's smooth. We'll get another one. Let's actually put it in the sport mode to, yeah, see what that's like. Oh man, the traffic's actually not that bad. I was gonna say I got unlucky, but it's not as big of a line as there sometimes is here in good old Orem, Utah. But let's get another acceleration here. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good with the acceleration. Again, naturally aspirated V6. No slouch. So yeah, to cap things off here with the Pilot Touring, this HPD package, I think it looks cool on the outside, nice interior. But what I will say is you have to really like these wheels for this package to make sense. Because if you're just, you know, a feature buyer, I think an Elite, because I mean, this is $2,000 less than an Elite. And an Elite's gonna, you know, just be a little bit of a nicer car inside and all of that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Touring package. Let me know what you guys think about the HPD.